Hello, welcome to installment 7 of How to Build Your Own Power App. Thanks for sticking with me. So far, we have drop downs with 100 names, we have 100 rows worth of data. We've gotten it to the point where we can filter this gallery that we've built and get our totals down here to change based off of the item ordered. So initially, we're wondering, okay, we had this drop down box with all these names. Where is this going to go from here? We had ChatGPT build us up a data set where it added in all of these columns just with randomized information. Um, and now we're able to search with them grouped by the item they ordered. So from here, what do we want this app to do? Say I am the guy responsible for ordering these items. I need to make sure, I could care less that James specifically gets his 18 gadgets, but I need to make sure that I have 962 gadgets available because that's how many we need in total. That is my job. I don't fill individual orders. I manage our inventory to make sure we have enough on hand to fill the customer order. So that's kind of a direction we could take this app, and I can show you how we can do that right now. So, first of all, we need a way to select an item. So we have gadget. So we'd select gadget. So now we need to be able to essentially remove this from the list, create a new list, and that will be our quantity we need to order in total list, if that makes any sense. So let me show you how to do that. Let's add a button, our handy dandy button. The button's very popular, so it's always going to be under the popular top tab. And they always come this standard blue color. Yeah, I mean you can change the themes, background color, settings. There's a lot of different settings, a million different things I could go through. Unfortunately, I'm sure you don't want to sit here all day and watch that. So let's start a new collection. So let's put that button here, and we'll call this button. You can do this two different ways. This text box over here, you could just call it something different, or you could go into the property of the text here and see how it says button in between quotes. So if instead of button you want to say add to order, so we could do that. So you could type it here. You could type, this is obviously easier. You could just delete this and type over it. Okay, so we'll put that add to order. That's basically going to be whatever we select here, we're going to add that to our order. Um, and let's get this going fairly quickly. So on select, our favorite thing in the world, on select, we need to collect this information, but we also need to remove it from the collection itself. So we no longer, because we no longer need it, it'll be collected into a new collection. Um, so this one, we will not do a clear collect, we will just do a collect because we're building up a bigger order. So uh, we will do a collect. We need to name it. Collect coal. Always start collect with coal for collection. Coal final order. How about that? coal final order. And what is going to be in this final order? We are going to need to make these columns specific to this data set. So we need the item, we're going to need the total counts, the total value. So we're going to need the total, what the item is. We don't really care how many different customers ordered it, but we could throw that in there. We could do like a row count to see how many different customer orders there were. And then the item that it is, we need the total from both of these columns. So let's get that going. So how do we start to create our own collection? In a previous video, if you were paying attention, here's a refresher. Start with the squiggly bracket. That is not a squiggly bracket. That is a squiggly bracket. So see, it even gives you some stuff. This IntelliSense I want to turn off, basically. So we want our first column to be called like how many customers ordered the product. What do we call that? We'll just put customers. And then this, we have to sum up basically what is inside of this gallery right here. So, but we don't have to do it through the gallery. We can do it through the collection itself, which is essentially the gallery. So collect coal final order customers is going to be count rows simply gallery. What gallery is that? Gallery 5 blank all items. Boom. So that's going to count your rows, all items. That gives us our customer count. And now we need a new column called item to order. Let's say item needed. And that will be essentially the item that they currently have selected here. So we could do that was changed to a variable, so we could just use that variable dot value. Okay, and now it wants more, always wants more. So item needed, we got our customers, item needed, total items needed. I'll say quantity needed, QTY, quantity needed. And this will be basically this here. We are going to sum and filter this. So we can use that same concept of what we're doing to get this field, because that's outside of the gallery, so we can pop that in here without having any issues, because you're not using this item or any properties from excuse me, from within the gallery itself. So that's quantity needed, and then this is total cost. Let's say, and then again, we can copy this one and place that into here. And we finish that off with the squiggly, so it knows, okay, that's our collection. So you see the squiggly is highlighted here. The squiggly still got a red line because we still have to close out our original parentheses. So that should give us a new collection, and we are about to find out right now. So I clicked add to order. I'll click add to order, and we get our total one line with 20 customers. We have the item needed, which is gadget, and then the total quantity needed, which matches down here 962, and the total cost matches our total cost down here. So that's exactly what we were trying to do, and from here we can remove this item now, and then we can start building up what we would then, as the inventory manager, need to place a master order to then fill all of these orders. So stay tuned for my next video where I will show you how to remove the item that you just added to a new gallery from the old gallery. That way it drops off, you know you've already ordered that, and we're going to start building a new gallery that's going to be our final order that we're going to send to the vendor per se. So stay tuned for more. Greatly appreciate the views, and have a great day.